How's it going, everybody? My cup of tea here, back with another reaction video, and today we're gonna watch this latest battle from Death Battles. Yay, yay. Now we're back to watch a very interesting matchup, because today we're gonna be watching Shigaraki versus Mahito. My Hero versus Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, this could be very interesting depending on how this goes, because both people need to just touch you and they basically win in their universe. But I feel like what's going to come down to is that if Mahito touches Shigaraki, would that work? Because really, Shigaraki has two souls, all for once in there in his body as well. And two, does curse energy count as a quirk? I don't know how they're going to view that, but I think that's going to be like the ultimate decision, because I feel like Shigaraki is probably the stronger, because he has a lot of quirks. He's probably stronger than Mahito, but Mahito is probably, he's very more crafty than him. So we'll see what happens. Also, he just cut his body off, so if he gets decay, he just cut his limbs off and then grow it back. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So no more talking, let's see how they do it. I just want to see a good battle. But my money is on Shigaraki, if I have to bet. I am not joining Planet Fitness. We're gonna let that do what it does over there. Oh shoot, I gotta full screen it. There we go. What the heck? Ew. Alright, let's get it. I'm ready. I'm 3 days late, but we here.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
A death battle. Let's get it.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
Real quick, if they go into manga spoilers, I will pause it and say, hey, watch out. I'll give a warning if they do that. I know what happens. I know what happens in the manga for My Hero, so let's get it.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't
So he does play
cool
League of
like
Legends,
flight
that's
or
right.
super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family.
Tragic.
Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. The greatest super villain in history.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
This is just a case of a bad kid gone wrong. He got a bad hand reached out to him.
That came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who
I think he would be like the ultimate villain in the show.
If not for that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on. They just look so dumb and fake.
Yeah,
I thought it could be like a
one-time
Those
villain.
are real hands.
Never mind, I forgot
from
about
his
that
family
part.
that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life, in front of normies.
But they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all.
Yeah, because again, I thought, oh this guy sucks. We're not going to see him ever again in the season after season 1 or 2. I was completely wrong. That man became a prominent threat. I'm like, dang, I'm sorry.
Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Like these effects.
Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki
I wish that battle was a
to lead
little bit
the
better,
League of
that
Villains
one.
all by himself.
And with the stakes
Oh,
higher
mighty.
than ever before,
One.
Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation
started to
Front,
tap in right here.
thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko,
Egghead.
who spent
That
months
guy meant,
upgrading
yeah.
Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experience.
It might have been
Now, when I was reading the manga, this part was like so bloody. I'm like, dang, a lot of blood. Anime, no blood. Which, maybe that's better. I don't know. I'm just like, here it was like more graphic in the manga, like how manga usually are.
constant agony, but
That
Shiggy
man
went
went
from
through
Chud
it.
to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability.
He was a demon
enough to
in this
match
part,
and
this
surpass
part.
even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons
Does the movie
of
count?
TNT,
Does the movie
almost
count?
as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
Yeah.
And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now
They dropped the
new
ball on
name
her, I
for
feel.
Penis. Move over, gigantic Omega Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though
Okay,
he
I
might
didn't know
seem
that.
invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became, oh shit, more hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into
Disgusting,
existence,
nasty.
seemingly oceans of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All For One, so what better way than the old man's quirk?
All for One's
Start
quirk,
smashing them quirks.
All for One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All For One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And
There it
with
is,
those
right there,
vestiges
spiritual
came
defense.
quirks like super fast healing, air blast,
Gonna be important
radio
in this
waves,
fight.
flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
So
He can
many
even
abilities.
combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All For One's vestige, that means All For One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's
Also a
entire
Orochimaru type beat.
existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tanko's grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life.
Just because he hates All Might.
For one purpose. To create a soul so corrupted, it would grind away at All Might's perfect work,
That's some-
allowing All For One to take full
That's some
control.
That's some Kendrick Lamar hatred right there. I mean, you kind of gotta admire the level of hatred he has. All For One has for All Might. Like, dang, his grandson, really? That's crazy. Did not hit play. There we go.
But All For One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Is this spoiler
Despite
territories now?
Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki
Okay, hey, listen. Okay, it's about to go in spoiler territories, I think. So, in the manga, I know the anime comes out soon. So, I'll put up a timestamp maybe, because I can't say it, because you could probably have to mute it. So, I'll put up a timestamp somewhere to skip to, so you can skip past the spoilers, if there is any right here. So, if there are, timestamp. If not, Go.
Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone.
Yeah.
His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that
that man.
Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum
someone to
was
reach out
really
for
all
him.
about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Which does not redeem you anything you've done. Also, you guys can come back. It's over now. Spoilers are over.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood
Oh,
Gold.
Robin Hood. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if they're gonna go with the route that Shigaraki doesn't have All for One in his body anymore. I don't know if they're going with that route. If they are, then he has protection against Mahito if he gets touched. If not, he can't get touched. If he gets touched, it's GG. But he has the other souls as well. But I don't think they're gonna. It depends. Now, if Mahito somehow comes back in JJK, I don't know. I stopped that season 2 in the anime, waiting for season 3. If he somehow comes back, crazy spoiler. But I don't know if Mahito is even strong enough to handle Mahito's physical strengths. Like in the anime, he didn't look that like physically strong, you know. But we'll see.
FDIC as of November has offered since Robin Hood Gold LLC.
Let's get it.
Ever since Cain slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what
Exactly.
if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with a patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Okay.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to
He's
ever
like
afflict
basically a
mankind.
baby
He's
mentally,
no mere mortal,
age-wise,
but
yeah.
a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist, weaker or stronger.
Time out. He's a fan of J.R.R. Tolkien? How? When? Where? What? Huh? I didn't know about this fact.
Depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kinda weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger.
Yeah.
Or the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's
Rest in
invisible,
peace.
making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage.
Wait. So that means you can't see curses except being when facing death. Okay. So I feel like Shigaraki should be able to see cursed spirits because he's experienced death before. Must it mean like we'll see what happens.
Normal person to see a cursed
Stop
spirit.
forgetting about that
Also
fact
makes
too.
cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like
Oh, that's gonna be
cursed
important
energy.
too. That's
Which
right.
makes
Oh,
curses
shoot.
insanely hard to get
I
rid
forgot
of.
about that
Ghost
fact.
cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need
Or
a
my ex.
jujutsu sorcerer to come in and kaizen the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But
There's
Mahito is
always a fan
special.
for some
You see,
reason.
most curses are basically dumb animals, but Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world.
That's a dope shot
In fact,
right there.
They made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really
Yeah,
get your
he-
steps
he
in.
loves
He
slaughtering
to dig
people.
around and toy with your emotions.
What they did in that opening in season 1, evil. That's some evil stuff right there. They did with Junpei, right? That's evil. Made us thought, oh, he's gonna be part of the cast in the opening, and then we get to this scene, the next opening or next episode, he's not there anymore. You're like, oh, monsters. Good old April Fool's joke, even though it wasn't April
It's like
Fool's.
a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch, including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants. Like
So
Play-Doh.
hard to kill.
He can
So
turn
annoying
his
to
limbs into
fight.
blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his
Jack
alteration
239,
isn't
what?
directly
Don't follow
fatal,
me.
the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
Oh, that with one touch!
Ah.
Man, I thought herpes was
Gotcha.
bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can.
Yeah, when he grabbed that
gleefully
one guy
experiment
turned to a sword, I'm like,
The more
dang.
casualties, the better.
That was so quick.
Especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of
Very
idol
creative.
transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
Oh yeah,
Applying
he does
cursed
know that.
energy
Yep, yep.
within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does
Didn't
this
know about
hurt
that.
like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound.
Good God.
It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain
The domain
expansion.
expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression
gets
of
it off as
Mahito's
almost
absolute
GG.
control over his victim's body and soul.
Bet you
The
have
only
another
time
soul
it
in your
ever
body.
failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him.
Yep.
The king of curses, Sukuna.
Which meant
Sukuna.
Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that.
Oh, yep, and he cut us to an ad. Okay, yeah, again, that's the... Okay, so, again, I forgot. You can only hurt cursed spirits if you have cursed energy. I don't think Shigaraki... Oh, wow, we cannot talk because we're already back. Jeez, that was a quick ad.
Souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna
That's cursed
didn't
energy.
like that. No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's
What?
belief in the
What?
value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be
they
cruel
had a,
and
they had a
meaningless.
crazy dynamic, those
So
two.
he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength
He almost got
to
the
do
kill,
it.
too, until
Mahito's one of the
Best
most
Boy Toto
powerful
showed up.
curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor
Yeah,
capable
that's what I'm
of
thinking,
reducing
yeah.
the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give.
Wait, there's something up here that's important. Other side material shows his curse clash in the Phantom Parade shows that Mahito's relative to his fellow disaster curses in sparring sessions. Oh. JK, whatever, has also said that Jogo would die to the 5 black flashes from Yuji, and Mahito can survive. Okay, so Mahito is tankier than Jogo. Okay. Okay. If that's true, then that means Mahito probably can also destroy a city. Okay, so they might be kind of evenish in the terms of power. Okay, That's my one concern. Like, how strong is Mahito? Okay, if we're going like this, okay, he's pretty strong.
When in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more
evolve too,
powerful
yep.
form, the instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into, a true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now
show the scene.
a bigger
show the
wolf.
scene.
So
Yeah.
he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch.
Yeah, he did. Look at him.
Oh, life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful.
Ew, that was
The second
comical.
It looked like it was about to
Come on,
end.
friends, I can't
All
watch that
that
yet.
gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him,
Got him
maybe,
crying,
but
too.
Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory. The destruction of another human
He
being.
didn't feel
He
victorious
may not have
there.
been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
I need to see season 3 now. I need to see
Hey,
season
do you
3.
see that join button?
I
Yeah,
do.
that one. That's your ticket to being a Death Battle champion. As a champion, you get all sorts of exclusive
Yeah, what
Death
does the
Battle
join button
content,
even do for
like
people,
extra
like
videos,
YouTubers?
live chats, and sending us your own
okay.
matchup ideas. And the support helps us make even more Death Battle. So thank you for being a champion.
Okay.
All right, the combatants
Here we go,
are
though. Here we
set.
go. It's time.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
Death
death battle!
It all depends if Shigaraki can actually damage Mahito. We're doing it in Shibuya? That's crazy. Have Shibuya not gone through enough? Dear God! Oh, okay, we're getting bloody today.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this
Interesting
future
art style
world
here,
down
okay.
around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sickum.
Oh, he can, that's right, he can't summon no moves. Let's go, no moves, see what we got here. Alright, I know. Okay, there we go. And it's begun.
Game over.
Okay, animation, alright.
Did you actually just see that?
He did. Ew. Oh.
How lame!
Oh, that's cool. No, not the kiss scene. Dang. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's get it. Ugh, jumping. Oh, that was good. Oh, I like this.
Mission over.
Hold on, I like this fight. Have a fight
Did
right
I
here.
get the part?
Oh, okay. Okay, animation. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Don't let him touch you. Oh yeah, he has a little black whatever thing. Oh, that black flash.
What a rush!
Oh, we went straight to basic Black Frieza. Oh, okay, we transformed. Let's get it. Ugh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, combos.
That all you got?
Domain expansion.
Oh, here it is. That's dope. Oh, I like this animation. They snapped on this. Wait, what did he just do? Oh, he's protecting himself from getting touched. Okay. Hands versus hands. Let's see who wins this battle.
Need your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's
Oh,
problem.
he's trying to break you.
Grow up.
Okay, all for one is here. Ah.
masterpiece.
Did he take it? What is happening there? I like how they made off one.
Your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. Totally random. I hate them for a reason.
Here you go. Here you go. I like the callback to the anime.
You grow up.
Okay. Okay. Okay, see? We were Shigaraki there. I won the bet. Did All For One take his powers in his inner self, Shigaraki? I like how they had him sitting up like Sukuna, but yeah, I need them to explain that part. Interesting.
What did I say, Wiz?
How did he hurt him
Like
though?
a bitch.
He can't do
With
curse
their
energy.
complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories.
Let's get it.
Physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito?
Yeah.
He's an invisible
That's
curse
one
after
thing.
all.
Gotta figure
Cursed
out.
energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios.
Okay.
And with the Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing
Wait, curses are invisible due to existence. Okay, the extra sensory abilities like Shigaraki that do not allow invisible. Okay, so that's how you'll be able to see him. That's one way you can see him. Okay.
And with the Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able
Yeah,
to destroy
Shigaraki
entire
is
cities with
stronger,
their cursed
though.
energy, Shigaraki's scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times
Yeah,
stronger.
it was
He
not
was
an issue
faster
of
too,
that.
considering he
Yeah.
can react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super
That's true,
easy.
that's-
However, Mahito
But this man
a
is hard to
and
kill.
is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Yeah.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like
Yeah,
Mahito
yeah,
in
there
the
we go.
first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over
So
all
many
the years,
powers.
but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside
Right,
the person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him.
That is
Sure,
very
each
true,
one
very
down
true.
means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy
I like
is.
that.
And
scene.
Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings.
Wait. I'm gonna go back, but I'm gonna read this thing up top. Even if Shigaraki could not target spiritual matter, Nanami states that a curse like Mahito would still die after expending all of their cursed energy. Given Shigaraki's massive physical advantages, arsenal abilities, and proven 45-day stamina versus that big guy, yep, he usually wins. Okay. Makes sense. But alright, yeah. Can you target spirits?
No way to defend
Oh,
against
wait.
Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected
Yeah,
spiritual
that's
beings
right.
in the
He
past.
did do that.
Again, vestiges.
He did? I forgot
he
he
was
did
able
that.
to damage Deku.
No, you didn't see that part. You didn't see that part. Watch out, anime people. Watch out. Man, it is hard not to. Hey, listen, for the people out there watching the My Hero anime, waiting for that final season to come out, I'm sorry if you watched this battle because you probably got spoiled. I'm so sorry if you watched this death battle because you probably got spoiled on the end. Try to tiptoe around this. I don't know.
In the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real
Don't
world.
listen to this. Don't listen to
Mahito
this.
may be made of spirit
Okay, we're back,
energy,
we're back.
but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing.
That is true.
No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge.
Okay.
It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled
Yeah,
the
Shuriken's
end
just
for
too
the
strong, has
disaster
way too many
curse.
powers.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Next time
That was a great.
on
Wait, who's
Death
next? Who's
Battle.
next? Who's that? Doom? Who you fighting against? Wait, no. Who could Doom be fighting against? Can't be Master Chief. They already did a Halo thing, right? Who could Doom be fighting against? Wait, it's Master Chief? The collab we all wanted to have happen. Master Chief versus Doomslayer? Oh, shoot. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta root for my boy Master Chief. Hey, that makes sense. Doomslayer coming out in May, the new game. Wow.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Wow, that's a battle I really want to see then. I
So
know.
it's book.
I know a little bit about Doom. I played the Doom 2016 remake. I haven't played the Eternal one yet. I plan on playing it. Master Chief, I played Halo. I played almost all the Halo games, but they both have an arsenal of weapons. It might go down to Spawn. No, stop. It might go down to who has the better weapons, because Master Chief has some great weapons, but do they compete with Doom? And I don't know all of Doom's arsenal. Doomslayer has the BFG guns though. BFG, he has that. That's like, hey, well, watch out. That's gonna be good right there. I'll tell you what, that's gonna be good. One fights covenants, others fight demons. Now, I will say, in this season right here of Death Battle, this is probably my favorite animated battle. I like the art style. I like the animation. It was very smooth. It was fun. I enjoyed it. At first, I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. I was like skeptical, but I liked it. It's my favorite one so far. Animators, y'all did great on that one. Y'all killed that. Y'all killed that. Y'all had fun with this one. Probably to put up a good fight, but yeah, it makes sense Shigaraki would win. Because even if he couldn't decay his soul, if he just kept fighting Mahito, Shigaraki would have eventually killed him because he was just running out of energy, cursed energy. Like, he fought that big giant guy for 45 days. Like, he's fine on stamina. He's fine on a war of attrition, they said. No, good fight. But that's gonna do it for today. Got some more videos I want to check out. Again, happy April 1st. Hopefully this gets out on April 1st. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hope you enjoyed my reaction, and thank you for watching. My cup of tea is out of here. And see you later. But really though, we got Doom versus Hate. No, we have Master Chief versus the Doom guy, Doomslayer guy. What is happening? Can we get a crossover event? Can we have Doom and Halo or Halo and Doom 1 to 2? Like, let's make this happen. Has it happened before? I don't know. Listen, I'm just happy. I'm just talking. I'm just happy that this is happening. Wow. Again, my money's on Master Chief. I gotta root for my boy, Master Chief. I gotta root for him.